We are live, so we are direct with Ali Correal, the creator of the Miracle Month Planner, helping women globally to own their power and unmask their voice. She specializes in helping women to play big and to avoid shrinking themselves into the version of a woman who doesn't step into their power. Specializing into the thinking into results system, helping women find clarity in their career, in their business, in all of the areas. Welcome, Alejandra. Welcome, Ali.
Thank you. Thank you, Jay.
Sorry about that. There's a little technical glitch. You know, technology sometimes. Yeah. Tell me, thinking into results, like, why have you chosen to use that methodology as one of the cores to serve your tribe?
So, Thinking to Results was developed by Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher. And one of the reasons why I've fallen in love with the system, the methodology, is because it's based on years of Bob Proctor's studies. I mean, he was around for almost 50 years studying personal development. Obviously, he lived until he was like late 80s, close to 90s, but he studied personal development for 50 years of his life. So he actually gathered a lot of the data, a lot of the studies behind of what make people successful. And so one of the things that I found is the principles of mindset are the same. Whether, you talk to Dr. Benjamin Hardy, as I see that 10 times is easier than 2 times, or a Tony Robbins, or any of the gurus in personal development, um, the knowledge is the same. Is the approach that is it's very different, right? But thinking into results is a systematic approach on how to go to develop that understanding of more awareness about yourself, understanding of what are the habits that may be stopping you from taking that action. What is the stories that you keep telling yourselves, why your actions are not aligning with your beliefs. So there's a lot of within this methodology that I like to use and take women through slowly to understand who they are and what is that next step. So that's
Yeah. No, thanks for sharing. I mean, I've been studying recently the science of getting rich and Think and Grow Rich. And I know there's similarities. I know Bob, you know, dug deep into both of those books as well. The science of Think and Grow Rich, let's kind of tap into that. Tell me how you help your women generally, like what you do for them and what the transformation is for them.
So the way that it works is for me to find out more about exactly what is making them stuck. But I go deeper in more conversations about, what have they done? Because one of the things that and I love about Bob Proctor, he just doesn't have to, he when he asks people what is it that they're doing in their life, their results are a reflection of where their thinking is at. So a lot of the way that I help women is finding that story that kept maybe holding them back and not allowing them to move forward, right? Women who have had successes in their lives, whether it's in relationship, professional, but they want to take that next level, but there's something there that is just taking a hold of them. So it always comes down to those paradigms that they have. And so the transformation is understanding that and moving through that. That's why empowerment coaching, I love empowerment coaching, is because there's that barrier between obviously psychology, going to a psychologist, and empowerment coaching is we dig deep into stories of the past that have been having an effect in their subconscious. That if you talk to them, it's like, oh yeah, just this happened in my life, and a teacher told me this, but you didn't know that little experience may have affected you. So it's like transforming them and understanding more how the past has maybe have a barrier on them, and then how to move through that.
Okay. No, thank you for sharing. Let me know sales. This series, I've interviewed like 45 women now on selling and serving. Let's start with selling. What does selling mean to you? How do you do it?
So for me is when I actually go through the selling process is really understanding, is it a fit, right? Because I want to make sure that the women that I help, I will be helping them really, and there's like that connection. With everyone I talk to, even other coaches, if there's not an emotional connection, it's hard for me to even take that next step, right? So the same thing with women. Then it's an emotional connection first before it's like me selling them something that, I know they need, but I want to make sure that I'm the right coach for them. So it is understanding their goals. It's really digging deep into understanding what their goals are and really understanding whether like my process, whether it's, the thinking to results, how that will be aligned with me taking them through the transformation journey. And it's understanding if they'll be willing to do the work. Because I don't want to charge $6,000 and I know that you're not going to take action. I rather work with women who are ready in the process and that from the get-go they do the homework, um they do the assignments that I have them do. So the process of selling for me is really emotional connection with them and that I am the coach for them.
It's really good to meet you. Like, I think it was a little bit like in the DMs. I've been busy, you've been busy. I see you on LinkedIn, I see you here, but it's always good to connect because this is when we really move out of the automation funnel because it's like when you're selling heart surgery, you're not selling it through an AI influencer.
Mhm.
We're having the conversation, surgeon, patient. And I think coaching might be similar in the sort of sense of when you buy coaching because it's good marketing, you don't know whether, hey, it's going to be a fit or not. So as they say, a belief is a poor substitute for an experience. And so I
Mhm.
think it's about training experiences, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah. Thinking into results. You're the results
Yeah.
woman. What type of results do your clients get? Let us know. Like 3 clients, like what are 3 different sorts of results that they might have got? Yeah.
So, most recent one, she actually started, one of the things that I started, like, because I also started studying Dr. Benjamin Hardy's process of floor frame and focus and putting into the thinking to results. She actually felt unmotivated, and she just didn't, it was hard for her to like wake up in the morning and actually get going. She had so many things to do, but she didn't have the clarity. So with the coaching, I helped her figure out exactly what is it that who she wants to be, who is the future self that she sees creating in 12 months from the moment that I started coaching her. And so it was just more about like, okay, if that woman that what would she be doing? What is the lifestyle and the habits that she has that will be creating that version of herself, which is the same thing in thinking to result is something that we go deep also. Um, Creating those habits and having an audit of all your activities throughout the day and figuring out, okay, what of these activities are non-productive and are not leading me to my goal. So with her, we started looking at her activities and making sure that she only focused on those things that would move the needle. So with that, she had way more clarity about the business she wanted to build. She started having more momentum in conversations with possible clients. She wasn't. She create. She's in the UK actually,
Oh,
and and it's all about the great. Like she built a garden and based on aqua. Oh God, it's like it's just a whole gardening technique to create more. Anyway, she was building something that it was going to be amazing, and having to have those investors support her, which was key for her to be able to bring it to the United States as well, because obviously that it's like how to build more eco-conscious and but so she started thinking about ways that she can actually progress that project. And then so it was a transformation, and I do have a TikTok on her that she's that we did. This was only like a we met 5 days, and it was just an experience for her just to go through that. Another one of my clients, she wanted to write a book, and so she was stuck with writing the book. So that's so what we did is getting her on the habit of writing 10 pages a day. So
Okay.
she started walking. She started walking a little bit earlier, doing more of the, because one of the things that I also encourage my clients to do is have morning routines that sets them up for the day. So she started being more consistent on waking up early and going and just being ready for the day, and writing her book, because this is the main thing. She wanted to finally write the book. So that's those two are some of the women that I'm thinking, where it's a lot of like the women that I've coached is having more clarity about their purpose, clarity of what is the next action that they need to take.
I mean, in terms of, yeah, thanks for laying that out. You make things so simple, Ali.
Well, it is simple.
Yeah, I mean, but I think the dangers in this coaching space is 90% don't make it simple.
Hmm.
I was just speaking with someone that had just invested $50,000 in some of these, big gurus, and still no offer. Yeah, no offer, no clarity.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so it's like the big guru following the guru. You're much better off working with Ali, who will sort of kind of get you aligned, get you ready for your next level, right? Skill. You're constantly reading, investing in books, courses to make yourself sharper. So big congrats there.
Thank you.
To you. Tell me, like, we have to make people aware of our work. How do you make people aware? How do you get consultation calls? How do you market what you do?
So right now it's all been organic and providing a lot of value. I'm not one to just from time to time I'll just tell them about my offer, and but mostly it's organic, or organic reach. Which, me being in the marketing space, I know that advertising is key. But I want to start building a community of people who like what I do. So it's right now mostly I've done a lot of LinkedIn, growing my following there. And it's all about um again, just writing enough, like people will understand my knowledge and how I can provide value, providing, being humble, being sharing my stories, and just not where I've been. And so that, just to see how I can connect more with my audience.
Well shared there. Let me know, what's the big goal at this time next year, 2026? What would have made it a good year for you?
To finally go all in coaching. I'm still working my job 9 to 5. And that, which obviously that supports me, and this is something that I also encourage women to do, is like, even if you have a dream of starting your own business, is not, you don't have to leave it, but actually just start little by little. But my goal is to go into coaching, replacing my full-time income with my coaching.
Complete sense. Tell me, what's your 3-step process to help people get results?
My 3 steps. So first, um, it's it's understanding their goal, understanding, having clarity of where we're going to go, right? Because I feel that no matter what, everyone needs to have a goal, right? So it's having that clarity of saying yes to yourself, saying yes to your dreams, saying yes to what you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
Um, Then my next step is unmask. It's owning your power, because I think that a lot of people just sometimes we allow others make decisions for us, and we allow the day to day just take over, and without us having a plan, managing our time. um, and it's just owning that you do have control of your life, and the way that to do it is being more conscious about where you're putting your energy. So it's owning that power. And finally, it's unmasking your voice. It's really setting those boundaries, because what I've noticed with a lot of women is saying yes to everyone else except for themselves. So it's really like making sure that you're allowing your voice to be heard, not necessarily be heard out there, is be heard by you. Allowing and being honest with yourself of what am I giving my energy, where am I giving my energy away, whether it's on my job, whether it's my kids. Even with your kids, sometimes you're just saying yes to them all the time without putting that boundary and saying, no, this is mommy's time, this is what I'm going to do. And I've learned that with my daughters. You need to establish that, because otherwise you will always keep giving away your time to everyone else except for you. So that's my 3-step process on getting people the results, because the more aware and the more aware you are, and a better relationship you have with yourself, that's when things will start moving for you.
That makes complete sense. Let them know how they can contact you, and let them know who you're looking for specifically to serve.
Okay. So I'm looking for women, professional women, who feel right now that they are at a point in their life where they've had enough with living a life based on other people's expectations. They want more out of life. But they feel stuck. They need that support from someone else, from someone who can see what they can bring to the table. And so it's women who are ready to take that next step and are ready to live their dreams. A way to contact me is definitely you can. I'm on LinkedIn as Empress Rising. I don't put ACO, like my name is actually Empress Rising, because what I want is to create a movement, and Empress Rising is part of that movement, is becoming an empress and rising. So that's a way to reach out to me, and then um, obviously there's opportunities for us to get on a one-on-one call. And you can reach out to Alejandra at alicoaching.com, and we can have like a one-on-one, even if it's just, if you just want that, like, I just want clarity. I don't want coaching right now. I'm willing to have a conversation with you. I'm not going to be just pitching you anything. I want to make sure that we sit down and we actually discover exactly what is your purpose.
Thank you very much for your time today. Good that you got your good system serving. And yeah, muchas gracias, señorita.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Go, adios, everybody. Good.